Hello class, today I'm going to discuss about speech act. Speech act. So in meeting 8 and 9 we will discuss. So you can go to Joshua book, go to part speech act. So we will look together about what is mentioned in Joshua book. We have been considering way in which we interpret the meaning of an utterance in terms of what the speaker intended to convey. We have not yet considered the fact that we usually know how the speaker intends us to interpret the function of what is said. In a very general term, we can usually recognize the type of action performed by speaker with utterance. So in this case, speech act is related to action, performed by speakers. So we use the term speech acts to describe action as requesting, commanding, questioning, or informing. We can define a speech act as the action performed by speakers with an utterance. If you say, "I'll there at 6," you are not just speaking, you seem to performing an act of promising. So the key word for the speech act is speech plus act. So there is action that you make with your utterance. So the keyword for speech act is speech and acts. So speech is more than speech itself. It includes actions. So it includes requesting, commanding, questioning. So if you say, "I'll be there at 6," there will be actions included in that utterance. So you doing the action to be in the spot at a certain time. In this time is at 6. Okay, so there are two kinds of speech act. The first one is direct speech act, and the second one is indirect speech act. What is the difference? You can see here, did you eat the pizza? The structure is interrogative, and the function is question. In this case, between the structure and the function is the same, Eat the pizza. The structure is imperative and the function is command. In this case, between the structure and the function is the same. You ate the pizza. The structure is declarative and the function is statement. So between the structure and the function is the same. So all these examples are the example of direct speech act, because between the structure and the function are the same. When an interrogative structure such as did you, are they, can we is used as the function of question, is described as direct speech act. For example, when we don't know something and we ask someone to provide the information, we usually produce a direct speech act like, "Can you write a bicycle?" Okay, next, compare that the utterance with "Can you pass the salt?" In this second example, we're not really asking question about someone's ability, So this statement, it is a question. The structure is the question, but it is the function is not actually asking about that, but it is a request. So between the structure and the function it is not the same. That one is called indirect speech act. When the structure and the function is not the same, it is called indirect speech act. In the second example, we're not really asking a question about someone's ability. In fact, we don't normally use the structure as a question at all. We normally use it as make a request. Yeah. That is, we are using a syntactic structure associated with the function of question, but in this case, the function of request. So this is the example of indirect speech act. The utterance, "you left the door open," is declarative structure, yeah, the declarative structure. As a direct speech act would be used as making statement. However, if you say this to someone who just come in and it's really cold outside, you would probably want the person to close the door. So actually, the function here is a request. So between the structure and the function is not the same. It means it is indirect speech act. You are using a declarative structure to make a request. It is another of an indirect speech act. Excuse me, do you know where the Ambassador Hotel is? Oh, sure, I know where it is. So in this question, it is a question. But actually, this question, the function is a request. Yeah. The visitor is not only asking about if the passerby know or not, but the visitor want to ask where the Ambassador Hotel is. So this is also an example of indirect speech act. Yeah, indirect speech act. The main reason we use indirect speech act seems to be an action such as request presented in indirect way. Could you open that door for me? Are generally considered to be more gentle or polite in our society than direct speech act. Open the door for me. So this one is polite. Yeah. This one is impolite. Direct and indirect speech act. When a direct relation between the structure, declarative, interrogative, imperative, and its communication function. Indirect relation between the structure and the function. Okay, that's all for today about direct indirect speech acts for meeting 8 in e-learning. Thank you for your attention.